Yo, we back again with another video. I'm your boy, Morrow.
I'm your boy, Emily.
Money Making Jay.
And we back again, man. Make sure y'all, before we get into it, y'all know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe, take 2 seconds out your day.
Man, share.
Do everything.
Tell everybody.
No, bro.
Tell your mama.
Your baby mama.
Your daddy.
Tell your boss.
Dealer.
Your grandma.
Tell the police if you want to.
Tell the police.
Yeah, Toya could watch us. But nonetheless, we got a special video today, man. We got our favorite Money in the Bank cash-ins now.
Can I start this one up?
Yeah, we got you. But I gotta do what I do on her, you know. I gotta bring us in. So
should I move back?
Nah, you good. I ain't finna do no thing or nothing.
Okay, I was like, I didn't want to get
I was finna say Money in the Bank obviously passed, but this is one of the videos where we just like, it's been a lot of Money in the Bank cash-ins and we got our favorites. So we gonna let our mans in the middle start us off, man.
Now, my first one, I might get some hate, I might get some love for this, I don't know. But I'm gonna say Cena cashing in on Punk, and here's why. You had never seen anybody come...
Bro, I knew he was gonna look crazy when you said that.
He told you about this already?
No, I just knew, like,
Wow.
cause certain stuff he say, like, you think like,
Well, let me
why did
explain
you
why.
say this?
I'll redeem myself on the next one, as long as none of y'all take
It's
it.
all good, man.
But the reason why I say this is yes, we all know he failed. It was a terrible match and everything else. I already know, so that's why I'm getting looked at crazy.
It was a melee, like the whole thing.
Big Show came in and just, what was he doing?
Like, first of all,
Can I say why? Just because I'm saying both y'all
Go
look at me
ahead.
crazy.
Go ahead.
The only reason why I say this is just because you don't hear of a person literally saying, "Okay, I'm going to cash in at this."
That's what I
time."
was gonna say.
That's why I picked it, because I'm like, it was.
No.
It was.
RVD did that.
I feel like
He did.
I feel like you defeated the purpose of Money in the Bank by telling somebody I'm cashing in on you.
Exactly.
The whole thing is you catch somebody when they beat down. Like,
I just say because like something like that just blows me. It's like you don't want to tell someone, okay, I'm going to cash it in at this specific time. Like he said, I'm going to cash it in at Raw 1000.
I didn't see him even have Money.
right? Why did just to add to his resume? Braun Strowman did the same thing with Roman Reigns. And I'm cashing this in at Hell in a Cell, inside Hell in a Cell. What's the purpose of putting the briefcase on these people?
It's supposed to be like surprise. Like,
Maybe it's just because they like big names and. Yeah.
I think that's why they did. Like I said, the only reason why it's one of my favorites is just because that's something you don't typically see out of a Money in the Bank is you announcing the cash. Like you want to do it like when like the champions already had a match, they're tired, they're worn out, they're just out of it. That's when you want to cash in. You're not going to be like, I want you 100% next week.
Yeah.
Cashing in. Like, you don't do that. That's stupid.
why Money in the Bank should just be a heel.
Right.
All the time.
Or for just Money in the Bank to me should be for young up and coming superstars. Not John Cena, Brock Lesnar, people like that. Like Braun Strowman was cool winning it, but he went about it the wrong way too. Like
Brock Lesnar made me laugh though. Making the whole briefcase like a speaker and everything.
Yeah, he funny.
Like Brock Lesnar, we know Brock Lesnar don't need a briefcase to be champion.
Like he could come pop up and say, "I'm challenging for the title whenever,"
or not say anything at all.
Like, come on, man. But I ain't gonna lie, that Money in the Bank. Yeah, that's one of the L's you took on here.
I'm disappointed.
Like, I mean, and we all I just took one in the last video, picking Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, because I looked at you so stupid.
So we all gonna take some L's on this channel with some of our picks, but it's like
his is with Hooven too.
Yeah, that I'm gonna snap out if I hit that again.
Kofi Twin never cared. He should have won. I mean, the first one probably, but
What are you guys sit here and say? Hooven too
But he
deserved
was
to be like Money in the Bank winner, Royal Rumble winner, world champion.
He should have just won everything.
Just
all that. Even the women's champion.
3-time Hall of Famer, like No.
To even a women's title.
No.
Hey,
Can we sit here and say that this man is taking an L now, please, with this?
I'm finna pick Mac. Let you catch a breather real quick.
Come slight
So,
over here.
moving to. I'm gonna pick my favorite Money in the Bank cash in, and this is literally my favorite Money in the Bank cash in of all
I
time.
know where you going.
I got Dolph Ziggler, man. 2013, night after WrestleMania 29.
Against Del Rio.
The crowd went outrageous when Dolph music hit. Yep, and he cashed it in on the Mexican aristocrat Alberto Del Rio. See how I roll my R. But yeah,
And that's and to give Del Rio credit, he did have a good match against. Didn't he have a rematch against Swagger that night?
that was Jack Swagger. He beat him, but Swagger targeted his knee or like his ankle or something.
Yeah, because he had him an ankle lock.
And then Dolph came down, and the thing about this is Del Rio was still fighting because Del Rio was face at this point, and Ziggler was heel. He had Big E and AJ Lee with him. And Del Rio was fighting back though, like he made it. And JBL was on commentary like, this Del Rio he don't quit. He keep fighting. Like he did it again. Like, and then I think Del Rio put him in a cross arm breaker, and Dolph kind of tweaked his ankle, got him with the zigzag, bro. I'm telling you, when the crowd went crazy, Dolph turned face that night.
You could even see in Dolph's face that there was just,
and then he turned face that night. And then obviously they had a double turn when they had the rematch at
yeah, because Del Rio was slowly turning heel after.
Del Rio was just destroying his head the whole match, like kicking him in his temple, like it was
like concussed.
And yeah, that was the first time I seen a double turn though in a match. Like the whole match, it was like sympathy for Dolph Ziggler. Del Rio was just kicking him in his head, like it was crazy, and it was no sympathy. So that was good storytelling too. But yeah, Dolph Ziggler, him cashing in, bro, that just made him. That was his real first world title reign. Because that one in 2011, he didn't win the world title. He got handed the world title.
Didn't he almost hold it for like 300 days?
Well, with the world heavyweight title?
No, the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah, he held it almost the whole year. He held it for a long time.
He had, I think, 2 months up before it was going to go up.
Yeah, and people was like, man, when he gonna cash it in, right? But he picked this time, night after WrestleMania in New Jersey. It was wild. But yeah, that's my favorite one. That's my top favorite one. I think I know which one you gonna pick anyway, because you thought I was gonna pick it.
I'm hoping it's not the one I'm thinking.
He thought I was gonna pick it.
You talking about?
Go ahead and pick yours.
I'm gonna go with one of the originals. I'm gonna go with the second Money in the Bank cash in.
The second ever cash in?
Yeah.
Who won it? I know Edge won the first. Who won the second one?
RVD.
Oh, okay. So you went a little back in time. Okay.
First of all, I'm gonna just let this Money in the Bank. You pick the time, the place. RVD said, you know what? I want you to go on my backyard.
ECW.
ECW.
So that one night stand match, that was a Money in the Bank cash in?
Yeah. You ain't know that?
No.
Yeah.
I thought RVD was like the #1 contender or something.
I mean,
wasn't he ECW champion too?
Yeah.
After he won, Paul Heyman just gave him.
I'm saying, like, I thought he was #1 contender, like he won a match and
no.
So he cashed in that night.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Now that I think about it, he did the right move. It was an ECW.
Yeah, it was an ECW in his backyard, his rules. You know, John Cena was like, when he told him ECW, John Cena was like,
crazy.
Oh, bro.
But like, you gotta come to these outrageous fans.
So then,
wasn't that your favorite pay-per-view match?
Yeah, that's my favorite. I don't know if that's my favorite pay-per-view match.
You referenced it in a video.
It's my favorite. ECW One Night Stand 2006 is like my favorite, almost like damn near my favorite pay-per-view of all time. It just feels different. They go into the match. I remember like it was yesterday. They go into the match. RVD is like super over. Like he's damn near God to these people. John Cena come out now. John Cena was super over. He's never really been booed like that. Like
at that point.
Yeah, like, you know, John Cena wasn't even like super Cena like that yet. Yeah. He come out, title up, drop his y'all know the classic, drop his head. Man,
that's
like
crazy how they did him, bro. Like,
and they had a real match.
Yeah, that was perfect though. Like, because First of all, Cena could have won. Like, you cashed in your briefcase. You took a risk cashing in, but you knew you was at home. So it's like the fact that RVD won the match.
I mean,
it paid off for
they
him.
they had to put like they said if Cena win, we gonna ride it.
And I believed it.
Oh, bro.
If Cena would have won, fans would have came out of the stands and it would have been crazy. We would have saw the.
I don't think we'd be seeing Cena anymore.
Yeah, we would have saw.
A lot of them wrestlers would have been out of there too.
Yeah,
everybody would have been messed up.
We would have saw.
You were fired. You were fired.
No, not fired. Like he would have got hurt.
It would have been because them fans wasn't. Them was real fans. Like that was passion, bro. Like they meant everything they said.
Like I could get mad about a wrestling show, like and be like, oh, this is trash. But I'm not gonna go jumping like they were legit going.
Yeah,
if Cena win,
they would have got out
right.
And look how many fans was in there.
It wasn't like 17,000. It was like maybe like 5,000 people there.
That would have.
It was a smaller venue.
Right. But 17,000 people against Cena.
Yeah. It may be like 12,000.
That would have
less
been
than that.
That would have been a Malice at the Palace 2.0.
Facts.
It would have got real deal. Like, so I'm glad RVD won just for the sake of Cena's career. His life.
I don't think we'd be talking about Cena. I don't think I'd be able to say my.
No, I mean nobody would have
cash in if he wasn't around.
But then RVD smoked the weed and got suspended and all that type of stuff.
Bro, like you won the WWE title, you got handed the ECW title. He was getting pushed to the moon.
All over some weed.
And I was watching the video. I'm always watching Wrestling Premiere. And I was watching RVD's final days in WWE. It was hard, bro. Like you said, he went from a super high to a crazy.
I mean, that boy was super high.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
I was gonna have a good career, then I got high.
Think about Jack Swagger did that too. He was gonna win the World Heavyweight title in 29. He got caught with weed and lost the title. Well, he lost the match.
Yeah, I lost the opportunity. Yeah.
It's crazy. One thing can mess up a push or anything you do. You know, like,
it ain't even work. RVD was like the man.
At the height of your career, bro. You had 2 titles. You won one. You beat John Cena
in your backyard.
06 John Cena who couldn't lose.
Like,
I don't get it, man. I like RVD though. He a legend. He got 3-4 girlfriends. You know, I look up to RVD though.
You look.
And this is where I think the L comes in for you on that one. Okay, well, I'm glad you didn't take mine. I was worried you were going to. You actually referenced it already now. First Money in the Bank cash-in. Edge at New Year's Revolution.
That's where I was going, but I was like, nah, let me hold off on that.
Well, I'm saying it just for the simple fact of, like, I've stated, this is another thing I've stated in many videos before. I'm a big fan of Edge.
Right.
So for me, and I think I'd even said in the rivalry video that Edge and John Cena's rivalry was a rivalry that stuck out to me. Mm-hmm. And that was really the start of it, was the cash-in, because he had just had a grueling Elimination Chamber match. Bloody. He was bloodied up like you wouldn't believe. Edge was like, you know what? This is my time. Looks at Vince.
Handed it to him.
Here you go.
Yes, sir.
Goes out to the ring.
And it's crazy because that's when Edge really became like
the rated R
opportunist.
That's where he got the overtop opportunities from. Like, them 2 Money in the Bank.
Yeah, like every time he did it, it was at the perfect time. When he did it with Undertaker. Like, come on, man.
Steel cage match.
Like,
I think Steel cage match with Batista. I think.
Like Edge, I ain't gonna lie, Edge has some good nicknames too though. Like the rated R superstar.
The ultimate opportunity.
You know, him and Lita getting litty in the ring. You know, then like you say, the ultimate opportunity. He know when to strike, perfect timing. So yeah,
for sure.
But for me, it's the OG cash-in.
The first ever winner of the Money in the Bank.
First ever cash-in, successfully too.
Yeah.
Built the rivalry from there, and like,
oh no, you can finish.
Like the 3 of us, we've talked about, we've watched it. You said you were already in 07, so you had been watched it at that point.
Yeah. I'm like a little bit after WrestleMania. Obviously, I've seen all this stuff when I was a kid. It's just nostalgia.
Just rewatching.
But yeah, man.
Nah, I'm a little disappointed in both of y'all.
I feel like you gonna go.
You were disappointed with me with the first one, so.
Because I went with. Let me see. I went with RVD and I went with What was my other one?
RVD, and you went with the second cash. You went with RVD, and then you went with.
I forgot to.
You did? Did you do a second one yet?
I don't think I did.
No, I don't think you did.
Yeah, you did.
Y'all leaving me out,
No,
gang.
because it's the order, bro. This gonna be my last one.
Oh, yeah, I think because Jason started, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, yeah, so that's what's throwing me off.
Well,
cool.
So mine two are done.
I'm going with what Michael Cole called the heist of the century.
Yes, sir.
2015, Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank in the main event of WrestleMania. The first superstar and last to ever do that in history.
While the match is still going on, too.
And made it a triple threat match. And the thing that made that so special, Randy Orton beat Seth Rollins earlier in that night. And
Threw me off.
Like, you would think, like, he finna end the night off WWE champion. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, like, what? And when he came down and it was crazy, and he got in there, you know, curb stomp, Brock went out the ring. Then he got Roman. He pinned Roman for the WWE title. Seth Rollins, just like that, was WWE champion. He had the iconic celebration when he was swinging the titles around like this.
That's like his stable thing.
Hey.
Like, every title he's had, that man just whipping it
Did
around.
you see how fast he ran to the ring, though?
Yeah, he was gone.
That
And
ref couldn't
it's crazy.
keep up with him.
It's crazy because I've never been a Seth Rollins fan though. Like
Never, gang?
I was always okay with Seth Rollins when the Shield first came in, but I've never been one of those ones like I like Seth Rollins.
Yeah, as long as I've known him,
I've always criticized Seth. I've never liked when he was on the roll in 2019. I didn't like it.
I remember that.
But that is my favorite, one of my favorite cash-ins. It was history, but in recent times, Seth Rollins been growing on me. Like, you know, I don't know, maybe it's just how he keep himself relevant. Like, he ain't held a title until recently in 900 plus days, and he stayed relevant for 2 years. After being on a 1 year run of never losing, he went 2-3 years losing matches. But he stayed relevant. He stayed in big storylines, stayed in the mix. And then his 3 matches with Cody Rhodes gained more of my respect for him. And then his character work now. Like, he just make it work, bro. Like, so I can say right now on here, I like Seth Rollins. And he's one of my favorite wrestlers right now.
It take a lot of guts to do what you just did,
man. Because he one of my favorites right now for sure. I can't even
So
hide it. I can't hide it no more. Like,
I remember when we first did the podcast back in 2018, he'd be on Seth Heels.
Man, on that. Like,
And that's when Seth was red hot as a baby.
killing.
Face.
Like, normally you would be like, yeah, like, I want to see somebody like Seth succeed, but I just couldn't get behind it, bro. But like I said, his character work now just outrageous. It's crazy. He killing it.
You can't even hate the man.
You can't. Like, it's certain stuff you just can't. You just gotta give him credit. Like, yeah.
Did we name off? I got one more.
Yeah, you got one more.
And then we'll do honorable mentions.
Okay, so did y'all go with the first one?
Yeah, I did Edge.
Okay, I'm gonna go. You went with Edge. I'm gonna roll it back. I'm gonna go with Edge again in 2007.
Undertaker. That's probably one of the most disgusting cash-ins ever.
Why you say that?
Mark Henry destroyed Undertaker. Like, you heard the commentary was mad. Like, they not like this. Like it was, but it made Edge the type of.
Isn't that what they do for almost every cash? No,
Yeah,
like
but
this,
the
man just.
I feel like with that one though in 07, that felt personal, bro. Cause it's like, I don't know.
All right, well, I'm gonna give it to you like this, right? So Edge cashed in on Undertaker, in 07, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, because that was the Batista Undertaker trilogy. Like, then it was like Edge somehow lost the title. I think he lost the title to Batista in 07. Batista got it back. Then.
Hold on, I'm trying to cut you off. Who can sit there and say that 2 times they had Money in the Bank, they cashed in on John Cena and The Undertaker?
Nobody
Who can
that.
say that?
Nobody can say that. Like,
That's crazy.
Edge is just goated, but.
Talk about the ultimate opportunist. No one can sit back in their career and say, yeah, I cashed in on John Cena and The Undertaker.
because I'm trying to remember how this timeline went. So Edge cashed in on Undertaker in June of 07, something like that. Batista and they were finishing up. So then you get to the end. Edge gets injured or something. He comes back in like Armageddon 07. No, Survivor Series 07, and messes up Batista and Undertaker. Messes them up in the match. Then later we eventually get to Undertaker and Edge at WrestleMania. So it went, that storyline kind of, when you think about it, it went all the way a year. It was May of 07, and then they had the match in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So it's April of 08. So think about, and they had all these matches. I mean, that was like low key. If you think about it, that was really like they really played. They did that all the way out, and it all started from the Edge cash in. So
most definitely. Edge had two of the top cash ins for sure.
One thing I want to say before I do my honorable mention, the one thing I love about your answers in all these videos, especially the ones I've been in, is all your answers are always like vintage, like classic, old school, and I like that.
Because
I mean, I'm the new school one, bringing in like the new school stuff. It's like new
40
school
years
and old
old,
school.
of course he's gonna have vintage answers.
Oh man, I'm gonna say it like this though, like wrestling is just always better when you're a kid. So like, you know, like you can kind of see like, cause you believe it's real.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I thought wrestling was real. So it make it, you feel a certain way about it. Like I like stuff now in this generation. Like I'm not gonna lie, but I understand it.
We know
more.
too much now.
Yeah, it's like okay.
Well,
I like being naive. I like when I was naive and I thought it was real and stuff.
Right.
Well, it's like back then. It's like you legitimately thought it was real. Like especially like with everything you hear in the Undertaker documentary. It's like he lived that character for I don't know how long. Like his entire career, you did not see that man. Like he stuck to the character.
And you want to know something funny?
What's up?
He teaching, cause like you said, you bring a new,
school versus
you bring
old
a
school.
PG feel to this show. So when he coming in here talking about 06 and 05 and 07, he just refreshing memory. Cause me too. Like I wasn't watching wrestling in 06 and 05 either. So he refreshed I know a lot of these matches, but it's a refresh.
Like we've gone back and seen some of them.
Yeah, like you know, you do rehistorians. You know, we do our research. That's why we do what we do. But it's good to have an old soul on the
Oh
wrestling.
man, here we go. I'm 25, man.
I'm 22, so
23. We all young, but you know, it's good to
I've just been watching it for 20 years.
A long time. Just like you know, I've been.
man was in
watching
diapers
Rey Mysterio.
already holding the titles up and everything.
Just
Man,
like
look at my.
you know, I've been watching Rey Mysterio for 20 years. You know,
Wow, funny it is.
I said that on the video before when I was 19.
Oh, bro. That threw me off.
But yeah, all right. So you go ahead and throw an honorable mention out there for the people, man. What's one of the ones you just didn't like? It's one of your favorites, but it's not one of your top favorites. Like
My honorable mention, and now that I think about it, I probably should have done it as my one of them because it was a good one and it threw everyone off guard. SummerSlam 2013 when Randy Orton had the cash in.
That's a good one.
Daniel Bryan just beat John Cena. They're celebrating. He's done it. He won it clean. Triple H, bam, pedigree.
That's a good one.
Then you just see Randy Orton come out. He hands it to Triple H like I'm cashing in, and I remember commentary was going crazy like no, not like this, not like this.
But then Mike Cole say, "Hunter, what are you doing?"
Exactly. Like he was so betrayed, and it's just like 1, 2.
the start of the authority. That was the start of the authority.
Yeah, that story went way too long.
Too long. It dragged. It was cool in the beginning, like you said, but it dragged.
Well, for me, I was kind of upset because I was like, I wanted to see Daniel Bryan hold the title.
Yeah,
that
he
one
just
time,
beat John Cena clean. Like Cena picked him as his opponent. All that, like this was a perfect opportunity. And D. Bryan at this point in 2013 was getting wildly over with the yes.
Cena had just got that match over with Mark Henry at Money in the Bank.
because that was when Mark Henry did that. He got the greatest actor award of all time,
like,
faking retirement and destroy Cena.
No, bro. Y'all want to go with another honorable mention? I'm going to go with an underrated one because the man is underrated. I'm going to go with Sheamus Survivor Series 2015.
Ooh, Roman Reigns. I
forgot about that one.
So Roman finally gets to... because I think that's the first world title he won, if I'm right. Roman.
Yeah, that was 2015.
Right, so I think that was the first time he won. He celebrated his confetti. He just beat his brother, Dean Ambrose. celebrating. Triple H come down. He speared Triple H for some reason. Well, I ain't gonna say for some reason.
It was building a story.
Yeah. So he turned around, bro kick out of nowhere.
And it's crazy because all the confetti was in the way.
Yeah.
Couldn't even see Sheamus coming. Like,
yeah. You know, Sheamus so pale too.
Yeah, like that was
like a ghost.
And that was when we speak of League of Nations. Like you said, League of Nations got put together to get Roman over. He was beating them up every week. Roman was beating them up every week, bro.
But I think about it, because you know confetti. I ain't never seen nobody cash in the bank with confetti falling. Like the visuals was just crazy.
There was a lot of it.
Like it was like piles of it.
Well, no, wait, didn't mine have confetti too?
Which one?
Daniel Bryan and Cena.
It did.
When Randy cashed in?
Yeah, no, when yeah. But it wasn't. It's like it was a lot though. Like Roman. Then Sheamus had the 5, so Roman was champion for 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Remember, he had the 5:15.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was a good one too. Sheamus definitely been underrated on my list for sure.
Facts.
I got one honorable mention, man. I didn't believe that this superstar had it in him to become WWE champion, but Big E had his crowning moment when he cashed in on Bobby Lashley and became WWE champion.
I'm gonna tell you real quick before you say something. The only thing I did not like about that cash in was it made Bobby Lashley was still heel.
Yeah.
Big E was the baby face.
Right.
And it made Bobby Lashley look like the baby face. And it made Big E look like the heel. Because
he was injured after his match with Randy Orton.
And then Bobby Lashley was like, hold on, wait.
The plot twist.
And then he slapped Bobby Lashley. And then Bobby Lashley like, ring the effing bell.
Yeah, see, that's the plot twist. Because normally you would think a babyface supposed to tell you or warn you when you finna know. Big E did how it was supposed to be done. He caught Bobby Lashley when he was hurt down. And I just like that one because it was Big E. Like, I've been one of the ones who, I used to say Big E a joke. Like,
remember what I said?
Yeah,
though.
You always used to say he gonna be WWE champion. I would say he was a joke. He's just too goofy for me. But I always knew he had the tools though. Like, look at him. That's Big E. So when he had his crowning moment, as when he cashed in, it was cool because, you know, 2/3 to the New Day became WWE champion. You know, now we just waiting on Xavier Woods to get his moment.
He most definitely
Which I don't think he will, but
One point I'm gonna make with Money in the Bank. I feel like a lot of times they use that to either turn someone heel or babyface because you really see that. It's just like some people come in as a heel and they're going end up coming out a babyface, like with Dolph Ziggler.
Right.
He came out a giant babyface out of that. And then, like you just said with Big E, he was the babyface at the time, but how he handled the situation,
like he was a heel.
it made it come out like a heel.
And he was still face even after he cashed in.
Exactly.
It's just the way he like Big injured. He slapped Bobby like
normally
a heel would do that, and then Bobby Lashley get mad like ring the F. That's what a babyface like ring the bell. I want to fight. I can fight.
Right.
So.
It's definitely a lot of cash-ins we could speak on. We could probably do another video like this with some more we didn't mention.
I'm not taking the L on the next one.
You got me with the John Cena cash-in. I'm gonna give you a pass, though.
You got me with the Brock Lesnar Kofi Kingston 6-second match, so we're leaving.
So I'm gonna give you a pass. You gonna give me a pass.
Exactly.
At least y'all ain't say Brock cashed in on
Seth Rollins. I mean that was inevitable. Like,
yeah, but it wasn't.
That was just karma coming back.
Yeah, that cash in was just straight dominance. Like, it was no excitement, no suspense to it. It was just dominance.
And then he lost the title in front of his girl.
Wow. And it was after they had the tag team match. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's tough. But yeah, man. That's it for this video, man. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe once again. Y'all rock with the channel, man. Comment down below y'all favorite Money in the Bank cash-ins in history. But man, I'm your boy Morrow.
I'm your boy Amity.
Money making Jay.
And we out.